Everyone, so this is going to be a quick 5-minute overview of the new PowerTeacher gradebook. There's a big video out there that you can watch that's about 3 hours long with a webinar, but I'm going to give you some of the highlights to get your gradebook not set up because those are in 2 other videos, but just some of the highlights. So you're going to click on PowerTeacher. You'll notice to open up PowerTeacher Pro, you're no longer going to use this launch button. You're now going to use the PowerTeacher Pro button. You can also click any of these right here. Now, I am logged in as Miss Green Morris, and I can take a look at my classes by clicking this guy right up here. I can change the term to see my classes for the whole year. I can select one of those. Right now I'm in second block, semester 1, Spanish 1. And if I had assignments here, they would pop up here. And because I'm going to be working in quarter 1, I'm going to go back to quarter 1 and then click to second block, Spanish 1. Now, to create an assignment, just click up here, create with the plus sign. You are never going to want to create a new category. So one of the things that I learned is that the district now drops down categories. So really just ignore this button completely. The categories that are available to you to use as a teacher are already uploaded into the gradebook, and you'll have a choice of them when you create a new assignment. And I'm going to call this Test Assignment 1. You'll notice I can select the classes that I want this for. If I want to create it just for semester 1 Spanish, I can do that. If I also want to create it for my semester 1 third block Spanish 2 class, I could do that. I'm going to then close that down. Select my category, formal, informal, midterm. Let's say this is just a quick informal assignment. I can change the score type, say percentage, percent or points. I can say count in final grade and when it is due. I will then save and close that test assignment. Now I could assign it just to individual students by going to this tab. And I can also choose if I want to publish those scores immediately or not. That's basically if whether a student can see it when they log into their Power Schools. Go back here and click Save and Close. I've now created that assignment. Now it immediately gives me the option to score the assignment if I so choose. I'm going to close that because I want to show you the other way to get there. So now it shows my assignment list, but I don't want to be an assignment list. I want to look at it like like a score sheet. So I click score sheet, and this is probably the page you're most familiar with in terms of what it looks like in a grade book. You'll fill in student scores the same way. Oh, that's right. I clicked I put in 80, but I only allowed that assignment to be worth 10 points. So I need to discard those changes. And let me try and click in 8 instead. And there we go. You'll notice you can set it as missing. You can set it as late. You can set it as incomplete, exempt, absent, and there's also a way to clear and fill the scores like that. So this is pretty handy because it's a little bit more intuitive than it used to be with the codes and that sort of thing. Again, you won't ever need to change the categories over here under grading. You can look at your students. You can look at the student view here. So I'm looking at just this particular student. Progress for an individual course to tell you the number of missing assignments, late assignments, incomplete assignments. Settings is really where you're doing most of your gradebook setup, which is in the previous videos. And then reports is where you will run your individual student reports, your progress reports for students. So very similar to how you used to do it in the old gradebook. You select the classes that you want to run. You can sort the layout by last name. You can include the assignment date range, whether you want just quarter one, just F1, and what you want to include there. And then most of these will be kept as the default when you run a report for a student, and it will run a PDF just like the previous one. There's also a score sheet report, which will allow you to see all of your grades at one time. And you can run student roster reports as well in order to print your rosters from the gradebook. And I'm over my time limit. I'm at 5 minutes and 40 seconds. I wanted to keep this at 5 minutes. So that's a quick overview of the PowerSchool PowerTeacher Pro Gradebook. Thanks for watching, and check out the other videos on how to set up your gradebook for both a semester-long and a year-long class. Thanks.